Welcome to this week's Open Thread. So first up, a couple of topics I want to get out of the way. Number one, we weren't here last week because we were in Anaheim doing VidCon stuff. So a little VidCon follow-up. You guys had a lot of good requests for stuff. Some of them we actually did, some of them we didn't. If we did them, they probably involved drinking of some sort. There were some Drinking Destinies filmed, quite a few. Quite a few drinking challenges happened. Quite a few beers. We're drunk. All those videos will be coming up. If you're watching Reckless Eating, you've already seen some of those. Where I was in a challenge, Twisted Shots challenge. I did the beer step challenge with Matt Zine. You should go check that out. That was awesome. And the 100 in 100. That's 100 beers. 100 whole beers. Challenge between 10 individuals comes out today. You gotta check that out. No spoilers, but hey, I'm Herr Pink. I think you know how I did. Next topic is the Pex Peppers giveaway that we had going on. This was on the last episode of the Pepper Show that we did right before heading out to VidCon. I said, hey, give me your fake sob stories. I wanted to hear crazy stories in there about crazy stuff. And some of them were okay, some of them were a little disconcerting because I don't think they were fake. And some of them, you didn't even try. But I still picked 4 lucky individuals to send out some Pex Peppers hot sauces to. Unfortunately, one of you never responded, so I'm only going to send out 3 sets. If you had an entry on that video, you might want to go look real quick, because I'm going to write up the addresses tonight. So if you don't respond to me, you're not going to get it. There's one person out there I'm waiting on. So that's the 2 things I wanted to talk about right out the gate. Get those out of the way, get those settled. And now on to our main topic of the day. Beer! Quite specifically, our beer. CultMoo beer. We call it Cold Brew. Over the last couple of weeks, been working on the home brewing. So it was 2 weekends ago, the roadie and I went off to a homebrew store after, you know, a lot of research and stuff, and this is something I've been wanting to do for years now. I just never really had the gumption to go and do it, but finally said, yeah, let's go do this thing. So we got our well, I already had a homebrew kit with the carboy and all the little trinkets and gadgets and gizmos. I just needed the ingredients. So we went to this cool little shop called Brewhouse Provisions right next to Marymore, and they got everything, man. They got everything you would ever need. And they got some very friendly folks over there working the counter, and they helped us pick out our ingredients for a starter brew. Set it up for fermentation a couple weekends ago, and today was bottling day. The day that you find out if what you were doing, pretty much if it worked or not. Because, I mean, you know it ferments when it bubbles and shit, and all the colors looked right, and we're following the instructions. Everything looked right, but you never know. You never know. This is our first time. We might have fucked up somewhere. Took a little preview taste, little taster there as we're bottling, and you know what? It tastes pretty freaking all right. It tastes nice and hoppy, very citrus forward, and not too heavy in ABV or anything. Exactly where you want with a pale ale. And now they're off. They're off bottle fermenting. Conditioning, as they say. They're conditioning in their bottles for another 2 or 3 weeks, and then it's the real test. So I'm super excited about that. The topic today is, you know, brew. I want to know, here's my question to you guys. Have you ever homebrewed? I know we have a few homebrewers in our audience. I want to know your first experience with homebrewing. And besides that, homebrewing is a style of thing. I want to know if there's any home distillers out there, if you've ever distilled anything. I know there's some moonshiners. Come on, let us know. Or even if you've made any sort of fermented food product like kimchi or pickles or anything like that. I want to know your stories about your homemade foods. Other stuff we've tried, Waro's actually made kimchi a few times. And it's good. It's the sort of quick kimchi, you know. It's not like the real long fermentation, but it's still fermenting and it's still good. I love me some kimchi. And I'll be back with an update in 3 weeks or so, letting you guys know how the beer actually turns out. let's get to some Q&A. Coder would like to know if we've ever thought about getting into some LARP style stuff. He gave a name of one of them, but I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not even gonna try. Not really, and that's not because we're like broy and shit and be like, LARPers, duh. Fuck those guys, nerds. It's not like that exactly. It's just like it's not something I've ever thought of really being interested in. Not that I wouldn't. It could probably be fun if you got the right group of people and you got enough alcohol. But I don't really know anybody that does it. If the opportunity arises, maybe. But there's just nothing out there right now. So, not judging anybody that does. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. The next question coming from May L'Oreal. She wants to know if I still hold the title at the AC Tavern for the Hellhound Challenge. As far as I know, I think I still have the fastest time. I haven't checked in a while. I haven't really checked in a while. Haven't been updated from those guys. I'm sure they would like hit me up immediately if somebody beat my time. So I still think I'm at the top. One funny thing was on our way to VidCon, ran into a guy who spotted us, noticed us, and he had actually done the challenge, which was really cool to hear that somebody that watches us saw that and thought it was cool. So shout out to that guy. What's up? Glad you took the challenge. And final question coming from DJ Stash. He wants to know if there will be a CraveCon this year. I'm not really the person to ask for that. I was invited to CraveCon last year. I did not put on the show, host the show, fund the show, or anything like that. So for that kind of question, you gotta talk to the people who did. But my guess is there probably is not a CraveCon this year. That is all the questions we have today. Normally we would move on to the questionable advice from Senior Werrell, but obviously Senior Werrell's not here. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Probably sleeping, pooping, something. Now on to the shoutouts. For several reasons. One, this is an episode about beer, so I'm gonna take shots of beer. Also, I don't have any liquor to shoot, so today I'll be taking shots of beer. A very particular beer. This is Pineapple Ghost Pepper Cream Ale from Puyallup River Brewing Company. I have not tried this beer before, but I thought it was shot worthy because it has ghost pepper in it. First shot going to Real Android, who is moving from Oregon to Minnesota. He's had a few shout outs here in the past about this move, but he's specifically wanted to mention that on his channel he's going to be like sort of recording the trip, seeing that trip from his point of view, which is, I think that's kind of a neat thing. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go check out his channel. But other than that, shout out, hope the move is going good. Whoa. It's not bad. It's alright. But, I don't know. I don't know what you drink these beers for. It's not like a refreshing experience. Next shout out going to Bozy Jan, who's just in there in the comments talking about what she likes to see us do at VidCon. It came from a can. We did some of that, so hope you enjoy those. Bozy Jan. Next shout out going to Adam David, who has broken up with his girlfriend of 7+ years, and he couldn't be happier. Well, good for you. Cheers, I guess. The final one going out to Brian Sheehan, who has been watching us since 2012. That's a long time, Brian. Thanks a lot. Hope you still enjoy the show. Really appreciate your viewership. Cheers. Alright, that's all the shoutouts I got this week. If you would like a shout out next week, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. If you want questionable advice answered from Werrell next week, leave that down there too. No guarantees he'll actually show up. If you would like to talk about anything else, this is Open Thread. Just go ahead and post it. Whatever you want. I got you back, boo. Come on. Sunday fun day. 4th of July is coming up. Independence Day here in North America. I believe Canada Day was yesterday? Today? Happy Canada Day, whenever that is. Hopefully you have some time off around the holiday to do some fun stuff. So extend this Sunday fun day into Sunday holiday, fun day holiday. Fun day, holiday, Sunday, extravaganza day. That's what we'll call it. Go out and don't blow yourself up. And that's all. That's all I'm really asking of you. Go have some barbecue. This is definitely a great weekend for barbecuing. Just at the height of summer, pretty much. Just go out in the sun, have some fun, you know? Life's too short. Enjoy your time out there. Wonderful weather, wonderful people around you, delicious booze in your hand. Not this one, but other booze, I assume. And that's all I have for this week, folks. So, thanks for your comments. Thanks for watching, and you're cute.